When Truffaut died earlier this year, at least some of the shock came from our feeling that not only was he quite young, but that somehow he'd always been identified with youthfulness. He often said that the footage devoted to the process of growing up was invaluable, and he refused to allow the labs to throw out even the trims and outtakes of his boy star Jean-Pierre Léaud in his first film, The 400 Blows. Perhaps his most memorable series of films is the one where he traces the growing up of Léaud from stormy adolescence to humdrum maturity via courtship, marriage, parenthood, and divorce. Léaud, of course, was a sort of alter ego. Truffaut's own early life mirrored the story of that engaging delinquent from a broken home whose little crimes scarcely matched the bigger crimes family and society commit on him. Truffaut, the outcast, ungrudgingly strove to join that society. One gentle lesson Léaud learns in Stolen Kisses is that les gens sont formidables. It's a sort of humanism that can be sentimental, but there's nothing sentimental about Truffaut's other great portrait of childhood, L'Enfant Sauvage, the wild child. True story of a boy found abandoned in the wood and apparently reared by animals. Truffaut himself plays the doctor who housed, protected, and taught the child to survive in the world. It's serious, but not solemn, and that's the other thing about Truffaut. He seems to have been able to catch in his films the best bits of childhood, not the tantrums, the selfishness, the thumb-sucking and thoughtless cruelty. After all, grown-ups are even better at that than kids. But the freshness, innocence, spontaneity, sense of fun. That's what we recognized in the revolution called the New Wave at the end of the 50s, and Truffaut's first films signaled a vivid and original assault on a middle-aged and creaky cinema. After The 400 Blows, there was Shoot the Pianist, a crazy, funny, touching tragedy with jokes, and it continued with Jules Jim and all that followed it, an obsessive love affair with the cinema, an exuberant reinvention of styles which ransacked the whole history of the movies. It's the love of the cinema itself, its mad histrionics, its extravagance, its flirting on the borders of real life and make-believe, trying to improve on life, as Truffaut put it, that make tonight's film Day for Night such a pleasure. Truffaut himself plays the director of a film within the film, a frightful melodrama called Meet Pamela, with Jackie Bissett and his old pal Léaud, who plays the Juve lead. Of course, the real-life events prove much more interesting than the silly story. Drunken actresses, unwanted pregnancies, homosexual leading men, bankrupt producers, technical disasters, love and death. Unwrap it and you'll find Truffaut's best gift to the cinema, a joyful and humorous affection for this wild animal that starts life in the forest and has to be housed and protected and taught to survive the fearful processes of work and love.